Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai, Kol HaHal, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakadash. This is Ayat Yatad from Men of Valor Las Vegas camp. I'm coming to you today with a quick lesson. Before I get started, I once again like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with all sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening and learning, and to the 144,000 elect men, the governing body of the house of David, which I hope to be a part of. This is just a quick lesson on milk and strong meat. Alright, so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get into the lesson. It's going to be Hebrews chapter 5 and verse 11. And it reads, "Of whom we have many things to say and hard to be uttered." Slakia. So to be uttered, what's to be uttered? To learn, to teach, teach. These are the things that we are supposed to do. We're supposed to go out in the highways and byways and prophesy. So many things to teach. Seeing ye are dull of hearing. So being that you are slow to hear. Alright? Being that you're slow to hear. You're slow to hear these words because you've been taught otherwise. Alright? So that's why you have to be weaned from the milk once again. Roughly paraphrasing the scripture. Going on to Salakia. Going on to verse 12. For the time ye ought to be teachers. Okay? Teachers goes into that word utter, to learn. So teachers, those ones to be taught. Ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principle. So we need to be taught again. What we think we had knowledge of was false. Okay, the real knowledge and wisdom and stability comes out of these scriptures. This is the true treasure. Alright, continuing on, of the oracles of God. So oracles of power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Continuing on, and are become such as have need of milk. Need of milk. What's the need of milk? The foundation. As a baby weans from the breast, as when a woman has a child, she feeds the baby milk from her breast. Alright? And not of strong meat. So not of strong meat. So you don't automatically, when a baby's born, you don't go to the Outback Steakhouse and order the baby a porterhouse. No. What does the baby do? The baby suckles from the breast of the mother, or formula, or some form of liquid, and it just the base, so it can build up that immune system. Same thing, and build up that digestive system. Slakia. Same thing as with this truth. You have to build up your digestive system by being retaught from everything that you think you know, from whatever crap that you may have been into, and satanic doctrine. Okay? Continuing on. For everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. Alright, so there's nothing wrong with learning. If you are unskilled in how to present this truth and to understand this truth, you are a babe. Alright? And there's nothing wrong with that. We all have to start there. Everyone. We have to be retaught. As it says in verse 12, we are supposed to be retaught these things, because everything that we know it is wrong. Alright? And if you don't have a foundation, if you lack the foundation thereof, how can you understand anything? Anything. Alright? Salakia. Salakia. Alright? So how could you understand anything if you don't have a foundation? I'm going to give you an example here. And let's go into the book of Luke. It's going to be the book of Luke. Let's go into the book of Luke, chapter 6, and let's go to verse 49. And it reads, "But he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that is without a foundation, built a house upon the earth, against which the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell, and the ruin of the house was great." So if you don't have the understanding to the base knowledge of these scriptures, then you'll fall. You won't have the confidence to withstand. You won't have the blessing of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, because you didn't take the time to do your research, to be diligent, and to find and seek the understanding of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. So you must have the foundation. You must be willing and open to be retaught. Ultimately, it is Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai that you are predestined for, but you have to have that understanding. Don't be prideful to say, "Oh, I got it, I know it, the things I learned before," Humble yourself. Humble yourself to learn once again and to be taught. It is all right that you don't know everything. Speaking of myself first and foremost. All right? Going back into, got two more scriptures. Going back into the book of Hebrews, and it is going to be Hebrews chapter 5 and verse 14. And it reads, "But strong meat belong to them that are of full age." All right, so that strong meat is all the breakdowns, the parables and precepts, the dark sayings of this book, the complete entire understandings from the apostles, the elders, the Akim who've been in this truth long, way before 20, 30, 40, 10 years, brothers who have been on the highways and byways and dealt with all these things week in and week out, and given their lives to make their call and election sure. The Akim out there teaching and preaching and pushing this truth. Alright? So if you're watching these videos, if you're understanding, if you're new, humble yourself. Be willing to listen. Be quick to listen and slow to respond. Alright? Continuing on, I'm going to start back at read the verse 14 in its entirety again. And it reads, "But strong meat belongs to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of using have their sense exercising to determine both good and evil." Alright? So to understand the prophecies, to break them down, to understand the good and the evil, the good and the bad, so you can be a judge. Ultimately, that's what you are, is a judge of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, that he has given unto you that duty. Alright? And last scripture, let me go back here, back into the book of Luke. Once again, it's going to be in chapter 6, and the point is going to be in verse 48. And it reads, and it reads, "He is like a man which built a house and dig deep and laid his foundation on a rock. All right, so you have solid ground because you're willing to be retaught, you're willing to listen, really willing to study and show thyself approved, roughly paraphrasing the scripture. And when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house, and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock. All right. So that is just build your foundation, get built up through the scriptures, first and foremost through the apostles to the Akim elders on down. All right. Apologize if it's a little all over the place, but Lord willing, this was edifying. Until the next time, Shalom.